Alrighty. Howdy neighbors and welcome back to the Devine Speaker. Last time we made it to a town. Leo's got a fan club full of ladies, and we're trying to stay at this inn, but we don't have the proper money. So they asked us to play, so that way the ladies would want to stay. Pick.
I'm not sure. Do you have any ideas?
Oh, we're trying to convince Fawn to sing.
Well, if it's okay, could I sing about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course, that's okay.
Hopefully I can do you justice.
Don't stress about it. Let's try to have some fun.
This is ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
Well, I guess so.
You won't be alone up there. We'll both be right next to you.
All right. But is it really okay to sing about you?
No.
I don't mind.
Then you closer to his ear, and ignore the strange look Leos is giving me.
Maybe leave out the whole, arm thing, though.
Okay. I just don't want you to be uncomfortable.
Are you two done? Let's get this over with.
Good luck.
Thanks. Crowd didn't take much notice of us setting ourselves up on stage. They chatted between themselves, stringing and laughing. Hell yeah. Leos plucked a few strings, content with the tune. I still have to hit my triangle. Pretty easy, really. I hit it a few times. Yep, this is definitely a triangle. Always staring at the wooden floor. He might need a little push.
Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Fawn?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
He cleared his throat a few times. He gave me a little nod. The bartender leaned up against the bar, watching us as Leos began strumming his lute. Hey, he's actually not that bad. Look at his boots! I didn't even realize! Oh my god, Fawn's boots! And Leos's too? Oh my god.
I
He gave him a smile before whispering to him again.
You can do it.
Don't know why there's piano.
I stand behind these walls, waiting for them to fall. I will pave the way beyond the grave.
I was waiting for more. What? Wow.
Run away, journey beyond the fog.
He's actually really good. His soft melodic voice reached out to what the audience and captivated them. Only a moment ago, they were cheering loudly for Leos, but now they watched Fawn in silence. They all listened, mesmerized. Leos playing the soft tune on his lute, perfectly complementing Fawn's voice.
Okay. Stop biting my ear. We can go in.
That bird is defying gravity. I can't stop staring. The doors opened, a passerby joined the crowd, captivated by Fawn's angelic voice.
My destiny, I can hear it calling. I'll write my own story.
You're right. He's pretty good.
Whoops, guess I should hit my triangle a few times as well. Not that anyone would ever notice either way. With Fawn singing and Leos's lute playing, nothing else is needed. Fawn stood in the center of the stage, eyes closed, singing. All of his previous nerves were gone.
A galaxy where I'm free to be me.
And silence. The song ended and the growing crowd roared and clapped. Eros left the stage quickly after. Well, it was more like he was dragged off by the ladies. Vaughn remained still, eyes closed for a moment before he looked at me.
Wow, that was about me?
I could feel my heart beating faster and faster in my chest. Why? Have the nerves from performing finally caught up with me? It's because of Fawn's beautiful song.
That was beautiful. You did great.
Really?
Really. Did you just make that up on the spot?
Yeah.
He looked away from me and played with his pale hair. The way it framed his small face and the sound of his soft voice. It really makes him look angelic. The thumping continued in my chest as we left the stage to join Leos. And the song the bar filled up with even more. Now every table was taken and people chatted cheerfully.
That was amazing! I should hire you guys permanently. Just look at all the people you brought in. I've never seen so many.
You're welcome. I did nothing.
Thank you. It's all thanks to these two, though.
As promised, I'll go get the rooms ready for you.
Hell yeah. Quit. Oh my god. He left quickly through the back door again, leaving me in with Fawn, Leos, and the newly formed crowd of people. Most of them were too busy to pay attention to us, so we got a small table in the corner and waited for the bartender to get back.
Well, that was fun.
If ridiculously embarrassing means fun to you, then sure. How did I end up here? Stuck with the two of you? Doing this? Who did I offend to deserve this kind of fate?
Well, you failed your job, so that'll do it. He rested his face and his hands, sighing.
Well, it's better than being stuck in the forest alone, right?
I'm not so sure.
I thought it was kind of fun.
Thanks, Fawn.
See, someone's positive. Thus, we'll finally have somewhere to sleep tonight.
Well, well, well. That wasn't a bad performance.
There is no way I could take you seriously. There is no way. I can't do it.
Of course, I can tell you're new to it, but the raw sex appeal of Red in the back made it well worth watching.
What? I'm gonna die.
What now?
Three of us sat around the table. Someone approached from the crowd. A tall man with long green hair tied back in a ponytail. On his shoulders sat a small blue bird, looking around playfully.
Can't take a compliment.
He flashed a fang with a wide grin. That's such a weird sentence. He flashed a fang with a wide grin.
Sorry, I tend not to listen to people who are talking out of their asses. What do you want?
Oh, someone's a little irritable. Tall and broody. I can imagine you're pretty popular, even if some of your notes were out of tune. Well, at least you tried your best.
Excuse me?
Man pulled over a chair, making sure to drag it over the ground to make as much noise as possible. Finally, the bird hopped on his finger and then... Oh, and he set it down on the table. The fucking fawn! What a mood! Fawn's eyes instantly lit up.
Don't even start. You don't have to be dripping at the mouth at every single animal you see.
Look at Leos.
Tripping? I don't want to eat it.
Why else would you be keeping so many animals?
I think you...
Sorry, he's not up for grabs.
The small bluebird bounced around in front of Fawn, fluttering about and tweeting.
This isn't a zoo, you know? Keep your pets somewhere else.
They let you in, didn't they? I would have thought they'd tell Cabbage Patch and Kaleidoscope over there to keep you tied up outside. But here you are.
Damn, Pirate Adventure is really going for it.
Cabbage Patch?
Kaleidoscope?
Seems I'm not the only one with a bird in here. What well-trained parrots you have.
Leo's expression became more annoyed by the second. I could almost hear the crackling in the air as he stared down the carefree-looking man.
Look, can we help you?
All right. I'm just here to congratulate you on a performance well done. What's a man got to do to show he enjoyed something?
Not what you're doing, apparently. It's all right, Leos. Just leave it.
Down dog.
Leo's finger edged toward his daggers. I with the handles. I kicked him under the table quickly.
Ouch! Is that all, then? Thank you for the compliments. But we're tired from traveling, and well, he's easy to annoy.
Traveling? And where would such an interesting group be traveling from?
Leos and I come from a
From none of your business.
Little bird hopped around in front of me before flying up to land on the top of my head.
Can't say I've been to none of your business before. How's the weather?
Beautiful this time of year. He's still joking around, but his face suddenly turned serious. As he's staring at me. No, he's staring at the bird on my head. Under a steely-eyed gaze, I felt my body freeze up.
I'll be honest. I couldn't help but be curious about such a strange assortment of people. Stagwitch has a lot of visitors, but not many of them look like the three of you.
And none of them have looked like you.
We're just travelers. Sorry we don't look like everyone else.
I looked between the three of us before his eyes landed once again on the bird sitting on my head.
Does your bird have a name?
His name is Varys.
Varys! That's a nice name for a bird. Bond raised his hand to Varys, but the bird flew away before he could touch him. Landed back in front of the green-haired man and pecked the table in intervals before hopping onto his head.
And your name?
What do you think my name is?
How should we know?
No clue.
You look like a fox, so...
Got it in one. Good job, Bluey.
Not Bluey! He stood from the chair, turning to leave. With a turn of his head and a wink, he looked back at Leos.
Looks like it's time for me to take my leave. See you later, Leos.
His eyes lingered on Leos for a moment, and an indescribable look passed over his face.
Oh, you can have this back. Interesting currency you have there, but not much use to us.
He threw a worn envelope on the table. The contents tumbled out. A few paper notes and handwritten letter.
Hey, how did you...
Night!
In the end, what did he actually want?
To be annoying, obviously. He might have been acting like that, but he had more than one weapon hidden in his clothes.
All of us slumped back in our chairs now that he was gone. It's been one thing after another today.
First all that walking, getting into a fight, performing at a bar, and being harassed by some weird green-haired guy with a pet bird. I think I could use that bed now.
Speaking of earlier, oi, mouse boy.
What?
That, wasn't a bad punch you threw back there.
Back there?
You did a good job of breaking that guy's nose, but your form is poor.
Happens.
You gotta hold your fist like this.
Harris pulled Fawn's hand and positioned it into a fist. Acts like he doesn't care. Then does things like
You're
this.
actually a nice guy, aren't you?
What?
He instantly dropped Fawn's hand onto the table.
I couldn't care less about you two.
Sure. You did a good job of protecting us back there, though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then we're starting to get rowdy, with yelling and singing and cheering, which reminds me.
Now that we're finally alone, what did those girls want?
I have no clue, but thank the gods they're finally leaving me alone. One more second of listening to their shrill voices and I would have had to kill someone.
Don't do that.
I tried to explain it to you before, but I think you'll be more likely to believe me now.
Go ahead.
So, you said that in Aurelia Cavella, you don't decide who you want to be with. You're just matched up, right? Well, everywhere else... How do I explain this? Everywhere else, people decide for themselves who they want to be together with.
But how do they know who to be with? How would you be able to pick?
Love. Most of the time anyway. You'll get a funny feeling in your chest, your heart will beat faster, and you'll know that you want to spend your life with that person. Then you might get married and have kids.
I don't think I understand it. How will you know if what you're feeling is love?
I guess you just know when it happens. Sometimes it's exciting. Sometimes it's comfortable. Love can feel different for different people.
That doesn't explain what those girls wanted.
I guess they liked you.
Liked me?
Like, they wanted to be with you. Maybe they thought you were good looking. I mean, you're tall, have a nice face, abs.
That's all it takes to get people to like you out here?
Yeah, some people might want to skip the love and marriage and go straight to...
Nah, you started this.
Two?
other things.
Don't stop at the interesting part.
You know,
Sir?
You're both leaning closer to hear Fawn's quiet voice.
I'm back. Whoa, didn't mean to scare you guys. So, there might be a slight problem.
Of course. What now?
Well, since you brought in so many customers, we only have a single room left.
Just one room?
how many pets are there?
Sadly, just one. Although...
He looked us all up and down. His eyes lingered on Fawn for a moment.
You're all pretty slim, so I'm sure you could fit. Sorry, boys, you're just too popular. I should keep you around.
Are you sure that there aren't any other rooms available?
Eos eyed the man suspiciously.
You planned this from the start, didn't you?
Guys, calm down. If he says we can all fit, then it should be fine. Alright?
Leos took a step back and sighed.
If it means that I sleep in an actual bed, so be it.
That's, I mean...
Defeated, Fawn stopped arguing as well.
Okay.
Come on, I'll show you guys upstairs.
That'd be great. Thanks.
We followed him up a small set of wooden stairs and down a narrow corridor. One of these doors must lead to the room he prepared for
You'll
us.
find the room cozy. You should be comfortable for the night. This one is yours.
He pointed toward the door at the end of the corridor.
If you need to stay any longer, come down and have a chat with me in the morning. You've done me a huge favor by bringing in that crowd. So thanks again.
It's no problem, really. We should be thanking you.
If you need anything, I'll be downstairs.
The man took off down the stairs back toward the bar.
Well, should we check it out?
Leos pushed open the door and we all examined where we were spending the night. The room was definitely cozy. It was small, with a double bed and a few chairs strewn about.
It's a little squishy, but it's clean and safe.
I guess we really don't have anything to complain about.
Outside the window, everything was slowly dying down. Lanterns were going out and everyone was tucking themselves away in bed.
It's so strange.
What?
We're so far from home, yet so many things stay the same. The lights slowly dimming to the sound of a far-off owl, the people downstairs chatting happily. It's all so familiar, but so different.
I closed my eyes and listened to the sound of the ocean.
Try not to get too deep there, or you'll find yourself in a big hole.
Sorry, I must be tired. Let's head to bed.
How are we going to do this?
I'll take the left side.
Leos began unbuckling bags and removing pieces of clothing on one side of the bed. Fawn stood by the right side, awkwardly fiddling with his clothes.
What's wrong?
I don't know what I should sleep in.
Just your underwear, I guess.
Okay. Stop watching.
Sorry.
I turned away to face Leos instead. He'd already taken off most of his clothes.
Wow, you're really fit, aren't you?
He smirked at me, obviously proud of himself.
Unlike some. You want to feel?
What the fuck is this guy?
Wow. Can I really?
Stop. Fawn whipped around, a look of horror on his face.
What are you two doing?
With my hands on Leo's chest, I turned back to Fawn.
Leo said I could feel his muscles?
Jealous? You can too. Maybe one day you'll have a body like this. Who am I kidding? Of course you won't.
No, Can we just go to bed, please?
Leo slid in the bed facing the wall, his broad shoulders on display. There, they were a pure, fair color, but littered with scars. On the opposite side, Fawn was edging himself into the bed, hiding under the covers. Well, I guess the middle spot is mine. Quickly stripped down to my underwear and left my clothes folded on the floor.
Coming in! This is kind of fun. Like a sleepover or something. Do you guys have any scary stories?
My guy, shut up.
Fun? Being squished isn't my idea of fun.
Fine, no stories. Good night.
Night.
I closed my eyes. What a day. After a while of rolling back and forth, I still couldn't get to sleep. Maybe one of these two are having the same problem. Fuck, I forgot! It was left and right. Resave. And then... Oh no. Oh, here it is. Log. Leos is the left. Okay. Go left. Quickly roll toward my left. I could just pick out the shape of Leos' shoulders moving slowly up and down. He hadn't moved an inch. He was pretty exhausted after all. Something about his fair skin littered with scars drew me in like a forbidden beauty. What? Why are we just touching? I ran my fingers along his spine, on the edge of his scar.
What are you doing?
Whoa. I looked backward to move my hand from his body. Could think of a good excuse.
I couldn't sleep. Sorry, I'll leave you alone now.
I might start charging people to touch me. I'd be rich from all those women earlier alone.
What?
Pushed my hands back into my chest. Probably best to avoid bumping into him anymore.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hi! He turned over and faced me. Bodies were much closer than they were before.
Just spit it out.
What?
Whatever you want to say, say it. I'm trying to sleep. You wouldn't want me to lose my beauty sleep, would you?
I don't...
You do.
Well, I wanted to thank you for earlier. You kind of saved my life back there.
I'm so sorry, Fawn.
Yeah.
I know I joked about it earlier, but I'm serious. Thank you. If you weren't there, we would have died. Oh, also, you're really good with that thing you use as well.
What, my whip?
Yeah. How did you get so good?
I was made to practice every day. And not only with my whip, daggers, swords, bows, anything and everything.
I see. That guy earlier didn't see it coming, huh?
Fighting like that isn't my first choice.
What do you mean? Isn't your job to, like, fight people?
No. My job is to kill people.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Isn't that the same thing?
Big difference.
Killing someone quietly in their sleep is completely different than getting into a fist fight.
Oh.
I see.
If peered into his face and saw a mix of sadness, anger, and worry. I spent so much time with him already that I kind of forgot he wouldn't think twice about killing someone. He lives in a completely different world than Fawn and I. With that delicate look on his face, I wouldn't have ever guessed his profession.
What's wrong?
Absolutely nothing. I'm just thinking about how much I've enjoyed this trip so far. Wow. I'm so thankful.
Is that really it?
His eyes met mine for an instant, but shot away.
Just go to sleep.
Okay.
I watched his face as he closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep. For once he looked peaceful. The soft look on his face was actually a little endearing.
Closer
Nope.
to Sid Cam.
Oh, okay.
Followed.
I opened my sleepy eyes to find an unfamiliar room. What happened yesterday? That's right, that fight, Fawn singing. That weird guy. For my head, which totally ached, another dream. They really aren't as alarming anymore, though. They're just there. I scratched at the black markings that ran up my arm. Still there too, huh? As I tried to scratch at them, something heavy was holding down my arm. My legs, wait a second.
Are either of you guys awake?
How did we end up like this? Layouts and Fawn were sprawled out over the entire bed. They was tangled up with mine. Blankets was long gone. Imagine their reactions if they woke up right now.
Hey, you two.
I have to try to remain calm here. It's not funny.
It's too early.
Stay away from him.
Oh, fuck! I must still be dreaming. What is this?
Ugh. Why are you so noisy so early in the morning?
Oh, I've done it now.
Good morning.
Even a cheerful smile. This was the reaction I was hoping for.
Time to rise and shine, you two.
How? Why is this?
I can't even finish the sentence. Oh dear.
This is obviously an accident. Yes, an accident.
Obviously an accident. Oh. There's something I wasn't expecting. Theirs had gone all red in the face as well.
Don't be embarrassed. I don't mind being squished between the two of you. You guys kept me warm and cozy.
That was the final straw. Fawn jumped away and searched desperately for a blanket to cover himself. That was similar, grabbing his clothes very quickly.
Hmm.
Two of them scrambled to get dressed. I sat down and thought about the day ahead of us.
So, today we're going to find Leos a healer to take a look over him and check out the town. Is that okay with the both of you?
Mm-hmm.
He still won't look at me.
Why bother? I feel fine now.
You're still injured. Let's just get them to have a look, just in case.
You know, whatever makes you happy.
Now that we're all dressed, we headed back down the stairs to find the bartender. As we came down the stairs, we were greeted by a delicious smell wafting from behind the bar.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Oh, boys.
Shut up. God, you're both too noisy.
Leos put his fingertips on his temples.
Whoops. Didn't mean to scare you.
Really? You do it every single time.
Somehow he appeared from behind us and grabbed Fawn and I by the shoulders.
Did you guys sleep okay?
Yeah, we did. Thanks so much for letting us use the room.
Well, actually, I feel a little bad for what I did.
Just a little? I had to sleep pressed up against these two guys and you only feel a little bad?
And, well, because of that, I decided to make you guys a meal.
Do we have to entertain people for this too?
Of course not. On the house. Take a seat and I'll bring it out.
He disappeared back into the kitchen.
Well, that's nice of him.
He could be poisoning us for all you know.
Don't you think Maybe you're trying to see the worst in people?
Hey, did anyone ask you, Fern?
What? That's not my...
Be nice. Let's just take what we can get for now.
That's not my...
We'll have to find a way to get some money if we're going to survive out here.
Not my name.
Oh, Vaughn.
How do you suppose we do that, huh? Like those guys back in the forest?
No, of course not. We're nothing like them.
You really are nothing but a goody two-shoes, aren't you? You should feel lucky that I didn't find you earlier. You wouldn't even be here.
Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Why are you trying to pick a fight? You...
Breakfast up.
Wow.
He laid out nearly a dozen plates piled high with meats, vegetables, and fruits that I've never seen before.
This is amazing. You made all of this?
I work as a chef during the weekends, so this is no big deal. You three did me a favor anyway.
We'll try to find some way to pay you back. I promise.
There's no need, just enjoy the food. That's enough payment for me.
Well, at least sit down and eat with us. There's no way we could finish all of this alone.
He sat down at the table with us and handed out plates.
By the way, what can we call you?
The name's Nikos. I run the place, and my brother usually does the cleaning.
Does he really?
You were in quite the rush last night. Are you new to town?
Yeah, we've been traveling for the past few days. I feel a little bad for taking up one of your rooms, but we really appreciate it.
Nonsense. Did you see that crowd? We wouldn't even get that many customers in a month usually. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to help you guys out.
I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. So, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you later.